Who did this? Who the freak ate my snack pack? No.
Good morning and welcome back to the channel. My name is Shadowcast. Today we're going to take a look at part 3 of my sketchbook tour. We're deep into kind of 2018, 2019 kind of blend. So we'll go ahead and get started. I've got a little bit more information on the sketches that I've done because I've actually done them fairly recently, so I remembered some of the information. So we'll go ahead and take a look. The first page is 61, something like that, I think. This is a another logo attempt. I doodled a lot of galaxy cats with little Saturn rings and stuff. Most of those didn't come to fruition, but that was one attempt. These ones were done just a few weeks ago. Just kind of trying to fill in some negative space because I legitimately only had that thing on the page. So these ones were done in 2019. Just attempts at hands and dragon claws. This one is going to be a potential sticker with some adjustments. So lots of planning and sketching has been happening lately. More filling of the page. This one was a kind of a avatar sketch for a friend. Then I colored it digitally with a mouse at the time, and it was not the greatest, but I did draw that for my friend because he's an angry potato. And then I filled in the space just recently with some hands. So blam, kablamo. That looks like a fist. I mean, it is a fist, but it looks like what it's supposed to be. So these were my own logo attempts. Long-haired cat because my cat Shadow is where I got my name from. Then a kind of an Egyptian Mao kind of looking thing. This one has actually become my logo, just different coloring, but that one is actually a logo, and so far my favorite. Trying to fill some space, some skulls. Apparently I ripped a page out. I don't remember what was on here, what I ripped out, but that's why my 300 page or 600 page sketchbook is only like 598 pages, but whatever. But yeah, skulls. There's a random tooth. It looks like a cubone or cubone skull, whatever. This was when I switched all of my content creation to streaming art only. So this one was 2019, I think, January of 2019, and this was my first attempt at going full art content creation, and where I didn't feel the need to turn back. So Venom turned out freaking amazing. Super happy with the way it turned out. And the stream itself was great. I could not have asked for a better stream that day. Spawn, however, did not turn out so great. He does, I mean, he looks like Spawn, but there's elements that are really missing. He needs his chains, he needs like the green glow and stuff, so it's not bad, but it's not great. It could have been done better, I think. This was my Anthem Interceptor. This was the first time where I realized, I really like drawing helmets, machinery and helmets and all that kind of stuff. Of course, when I threw this into Photoshop, I had to basically redraw it because a lot of things are off or squished where they shouldn't be. So, but this one came out really good, and I think my shading, for somebody that's not great at shading, came out pretty good. This was a failed attempt at drawing all the dragon Pokemon. So tiring, so frustrating. And I probably, if I could do it over, I would just draw one dragon and be done with it. This one is one of my favorite pieces. I want to put this in digital and draw it, or color it digitally, but at the same time, I don't know if I want to change anything about this. This was from the game Dauntless. This is the Shroud. It is one of the monsters you kill. Dauntless is like Monster Hunter meets Fortnite graphics. It's great. It's a freaking fantastic game. This is one of the monsters, and I am so in love with this piece and the way it turned out. So let's see. This was Wraith. I messed up her face pretty badly. So this is from Apex Legends. This is Wraith. The gun doesn't look too bad. Her hand looks pretty okay, but her face bothers me so much because it's off. There's something off about it. So this one, in my opinion, was not a success at all. Another failure attempt was the Embermane from Dauntless. The head looks great, and I should have left it at that because the head came out perfect, but then you add the body, and I'm like, what the fuck happened? It's just misproportion, and the angle's wrong. But, you know, you won't know if you fail until you try, and it's not really a failure unless you don't try at all. So that's me being supportive of all of us. This was a portrait that I did kind of for Cyberpunk. Cyberpunk 2077 is a game that I am really looking forward to. So I was playing this hopes of kind of relieving the anticipation. It came out really good. I'm really happy with it. There's a few things that are off, but overall, like, I'm not unhappy with this portrait at all. This was a Tokyo Ghoul tattoo attempt for the love of my life. Kaneki did not come out very good. He looks a little too happy and not what I was really going for, so I need to make another attempt at it, I think. This is a portrait. I found a picture of a model on Google. I liked her face. She had an interesting face. I don't think I captured it very well, but you know, it didn't come out bad, in my opinion. It could have been a lot worse, so it looks pretty good. The hair looks pretty good. Like, there's some actual depth to the hair, I think, so, you know. This was a logo attempt design. I ripped out more pages. I don't remember what I was doing. This was another logo attempt design, though. It ended up not being a, not being a go-to. It just didn't fit with my style. I'm not an angry person. I'm a tired person. I need a tired logo. This was another art stream that I did. This one did not, I don't know what I was trying to do. I think I was trying to kind of have this raptor wrap around, almost like Ouroboros style. But instead I kind of misjudged it and everything. And it ended up not looking like a raptor and more like just a really lumpy dragon. So this was not good. But, you know, I attempted, so. My fiance asked me to draw an Oni mask, so I drew it. It has been colored and digitally painted, and it came out really good. I'm really happy with it. I've never drawn an Oni mask before, so, you know, it looks like one, so that's a plus. I was wasting time on stream because I didn't want to end too early. So this was a vulture skull that was never finished or really full energy attempted. So, drawing of Armored Mew. I liked him. Loading dad mode was not as, you know, impressed by him, but I thought he came out pretty good. This is the beginning of my 2019 art challenge that I set for myself. It was 30 streams of art. For 30 streams, I would take an art prompt and I would complete that prompt. So day one was favorite animal. I don't really have a favorite animal. I chose a cheetah because as a kid, I always loved cheetahs. It's not great. It doesn't really look like a cheetah. But I am really happy with the way the cross-hatching came out. That actually looks pretty good. And that kind of gave me a little bit of an idea of how I wanted to continue the art challenge. So, day two was flowers. We did not really stick very close to it. So there's a cat skull and there's flowers behind it. But it's more of my neo-traditional, like real exaggerated shapes and style flowers. I did a lot more cross-hatching and hatching in this that came out pretty good. And then I hand drew the lettering, which also I'm really happy with. I mean, you can't see it because my drawing tablet's in the way, but, you know, I'm also really happy with it, so. This was an attempt at a self-portrait. Like, clearly that eye's messed up. I'm going to throw this in digital and actually digitally color it and everything. I need to fix the hair because my hair is different, but yeah, so. Day 3 is the future, what I wanted to be in the future. So, I'll cover that up because that's not part of it. You know, it started as a joke. I wanted to be an artist, but I also wanted to be dead. So, that's why there is a skull in there. Again, like, I was really happy with the way it came out. I kind of felt like I was getting back into a groove, like where I knew I had a style and I was happy with what I was producing. So, and then I misspelled future, so I cut off the bottom of this page because you don't know if I misspelled it if I don't have it in there. The next one was something in my house. I have a ton of books. I've got over 700 books. The Shining is one of them. So I drew a book, and then you can't just have a book, so I drew a spider because I'm one of those people that will let the spider live in the house as long as he's not, like, in my shower. Everywhere else he's fine. And then kind of a smoke. I don't smoke in my house, but I do vape a lot. So, you know, just kind of trying out different things. This was an attempt at Master Chief's helmet. Looks pretty good, right? I did end up redrawing it digitally and coloring it in Photoshop of a different type. So that was redone elsewhere. This was day 5 of the art challenge. It was my favorite activity, which I don't know if I really have a favorite activity. I guess playing video games would be like a not art activity that I do, and Skyrim's one of my favorites. So I attempted Alduin. It did not come out looking like Alduin. So this one was kind of a failure in the terms of like following the art prompt. But overall, it looks like a dragon, and I'm really happy with it. It just looks like a random dragon. This was a possible logo attempt. I've got little logo attempts scattered everywhere. This was my, I was also attempting to draw my cat Shadow. He's been dead for over a year now. He's much longer fur than this as well, but, you know, I was attempting and testing and seeing what would work, so. I got a new pen set from my friend Wasted, who he sent me the Sakura Micron and brush pens, and so I was attempting to ink again. I am not very good with the brush pens. Clearly, my line work is questionable, but the Microns I really love, and my hatching and cross hatching in here is pretty good. So this one was done April 28th of 2019. So then I set myself a goal, like other than the art challenges, which I am now working on mostly digitally, but other than the art challenges for my sketchbook, I want to fill a page a day. So I've been picking a subject. Flowers was for like my first official day. Picking a subject and then drawing as many of those things in that subject as I can, or as I can think of. And as much as I have time for as well. I don't want to spend too long on it. I do want to spend time with my kids and my family, and I've got household duties to do as well. So, so these ones were done on the 29th, poppies and roses and stuff. This one, the chrysanthemum, was finished on the 30th. I colored this in with Sharpie. Sharpies do not blend very well, but we persevered. My yellow Sharpie hates me, but I don't care. All right, the next subject was birds. This one was on the 29th. These ones were done on the 30th. So, you know, parrot, owl, feather, and sparrow, I guess, some random bird. You know, these are all pretty good. I really like the owl and the way this one turned out. This one will probably be getting colored and stickerfied one day. All right, and the last page of this tour is the aquatic one, Sea Life. These two were done on the 30th of April, and this one was done on May 1st. Just a shark, a failed goldfish, and then a seahorse head. This one is definitely going to be a sticker as long as I can complete some more like sea life stuff, or if I could figure out a theme for this one to fit into. Yeah, so that was part 3 of my sketchbook tour. We're finally into 2019. So the next sketchbook tour will be all 2019 stuff. It'll be the most recent as well. But yeah, that's it. All of my important links are in the description below, so if you're interested in becoming a patron, or if you want to follow me on Twitter or join my Discord, all that information is down below in the description. But yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. I really do appreciate it. If you like this video, please like and subscribe to the channel. If you click the bell, you should get notifications for when I post more content. And thanks again. I really do appreciate it, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye-bye!
Who did this? Who the freak ate my snack pack? No.